Good afternoon, Mennonite Church. This is Pastor Hunter checking in. So one of the things that I've been thinking about as we go through this COVID-19 experience is how amazing and wonderful it is for me to see and hear about the ways that God is moving and the way that there are signs of hope coming up in our midst. And I often think to myself, does everybody know about this? And I think the answer probably in all of our little sheltered worlds is no. So I thought I would shoot this video here in one of my favorite places just to give you some incredible signs of hope that I have been seeing and hearing about. Little stories, one of those being, I got a phone call 2 weeks ago from one of our healthcare providers at Mennonite Church. And this person said to me, Hunter, is there anybody at the church that's making masks? Because my office has completely run out of masks. We don't have any for our employees. We don't have any for the patients that come in. And man, we could really use masks. And so, I got on my phone. I texted one person in our congregation. Before I knew what happened, it was like this chain of events, and masks were flying in for this office. And to me, it was just this glorious moment to see God moving and to see the hands and feet of Jesus and the things that people want to do and participate in to be a part of God's work in the midst of this. Another thing, I was talking to John Hilligus, who is one of our members who just happens to be the head of the MCC Meat Canner. MCC Meat Canner is really just that. It's a truck that rolls across the country canning meat that gets sent to people that need protein all over the world. And I said, John, how are things going? And he said, well, we're fine. Obviously, they had to shut down the meat canner, but they had all the meat that they needed to meet all of their commitments around the world, and they actually had extra left over that they could use in the United States in the midst of this event. And I thought, what an amazing story. And this morning, I heard stories about Amish women making full-on suits for nurses in retirement communities. I even heard of a brewery that stopped making beer and was making sanitizer and sending that to places that were in need. And I've had so many people come to me and say, Hunter, what can we do? Can we take groceries to people? Can we take people to doctor's appointments? Can we go to pharmacies for people that are in need? And it's been absolutely beautiful to see. And in the midst of this whole thing, as I continue to ask people in our community, what can we do to help? Amazingly enough, over and over again, I hear of this organization called Blessings of Hope that just happens to be my next door neighbor, right over that hill. Blessings of Hope is an organization that you can still go and serve because they bring in food from all sorts of different sources, Walmarts, grocery stores, food providers that have food that's getting a little bit old or food that's been damaged in some sort of way. They send truckloads of food to Blessings of Hope, and Blessings of Hope is sending this food out to food pantries all over Lancaster County, Philadelphia, and Baltimore. If you're looking for a place to get involved, you can still serve there. They'll gladly take your money. It's an incredible place, and I had the opportunity to go and see the tour and hear from my neighbor, see all of the good work that they are doing. Hopefully, in the midst of all of our seclusion, we have the opportunity to hear stories and to see stories of amazing things happening because God is happening. There is hope. Hope is bursting forth out of the ground like flowers coming out of bulbs in the soil, and it is a great and wonderful thing to see. So remember, continue to have hope and keep looking for the ways that you see God moving in your life.